Yes, sir. We back again. What's going on, my Pearl family? You already know. I'm gonna let you know early. Get that boy ready. Cause this finna be one of them ones. I think this finna be one of them ones messing around with black balloons. I think this finna be one of them ones. But yeah, the name of this video is I think it was something very dark was revealed in the Puff Daddy documentary. Let's see what we talking about. We got Biggie right here. We got Biggie Smalls right here. Let's get into the video.
Exaggerate at all, man. That's real, son. That's real, yo. I ain't exaggerating at all, man. The more money you make, the more problems you get. And jealousy and envy is something that comes with the territory, man. A lot of people, it's just negative energy, like my man.
Bro, I was gonna stop it anyway. Damn, bro is overweight. Like, he sound like he can barely talk and breathe.
Puff say, it just surrounds you. It makes you depressed, you know? So I got to rap about it. And that's one of the bad things about the game is when you get large, even your friends will turn against you, man. So I made a song about it.
But I mean, how
Come on now, I'm gonna roll up with you. Come on now. I'm gonna roll up with you. I'm gonna roll up with you. Let's get it together. Come on now.
real is your threat of like people constantly coming and want to shoot
Oh,
you?
man. I mean, that's real. I think about that every day. Every day, it's real. That's how real it is. I think somebody's trying to kill me. I'll be waking up paranoid. I'll be really scared. I'll just be paro. That's just the way I am. You know. You be seeing me. Scared to death.
Who gonna get done first? Looking now.
All right, y'all. We back with another video, man. Y'all already know what's going on, all right? Now, y'all already know that we was going to talk about this. Now, I have to give that documentary my opinion, 10 out of 10. The way they tied everything together, from Pac to Biggie to the stampede that happened in 1991. I mean, if there wasn't a image
I gotta go
Diddy
check it out. I
created
gotta go check it
already,
out.
this documentary,
What the documentary on?
it
Netflix or something?
amplified that to the max. I mean, it really made him look like a sociopath, psycho, narcissistic demon, whatever you want to call it. Whatever word you can come up and use, Diddy represents that.
I'm done.
From
Bro,
a
I'm
teenager
done,
at a
bro.
prep school
I'm done.
to making his way
Broski.
to Andre Harrell, to getting fired by Andre Harrell. Andre Harrell saying, "Hey,
Pearl
you
with
can
no
take
effort.
Biggie, but you got to pay
Pearl
for
with
his
no
album,"
effort, boy.
which I feel like Andre Harrell probably that was one of his biggest mistakes. To going to Arista, Clive Davis, creating Bad Boy Entertainment.
He hugging him like that's his daddy.
Y'all, insane. I just gotta say, 50 and Netflix, the other woman who I think either co-directed or co-produced. Just my personal opinion, 10 out of 10 documentary. In
I
a
gotta
way
check it
that
out,
is
man.
not like not good for Diddy. Although obviously this is not finna do anything as far as this case and all of that. But man, did it paint a very real picture of a psycho. Literally, a psycho. Diddy and his team did send cease and desist for the documentary, but I don't think Netflix did anything that was completely illegal or anything like that. I'm not, or as far as how they obtained the footage.
Defamation of character.
Like, 50 Cent, they did do a little interview where they was, they kind of talked about it, but didn't really say how they got the
This
footage.
is
How do you
truth,
respond to
brother.
people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for
This is truth,
giving
brother.
the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right? For 20 years.
It's
right?
50.
It's me being uncomfortable
Ha
with
ha.
him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me, type of thing, right? And it's
Come
not
play with
personal.
me is crazy. Yo, hold on 1 second. I want to take a minute to show y'all my merchandise. If you see anything you like, go ahead and get you some. You'll be out there looking fly, looking fresh. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Back to the video.
So
You will come play with me.
check this out,
What,
right?
bro?
One of the main things I wanted to go over was how Diddy got his fame in the first place. Y'all got to remember, Diddy came from a prep school. He was dancing in the background of videos. He found his way into the industry at the time where you could only get to
Y'all
the
know what
industry
happened when this
through
camera cut off. I'm just
Andre
gonna let you know.
Harrell
I had to.
and Russell
You know what I'm
Simmons,
saying?
at least as far as hip
Trying
hop.
to get monetized,
Which,
bro.
crazy thing about that, some of those pictures that they were showing, of Diddy and Andre Harrell back then, I'm not even gonna lie, they were just a little too hugged up for me. I was at one point I was thinking they were sleeping together, but
like he seen his grandfather. Or
that's neither here or there, right?
After 10 years.
So if y'all watch the first episode, you know that there was a stampede where the co-founder of Bad Boy, he was like, Diddy over promoted, and it brought out 5,000 people to a venue or a gym that could only fit roughly 2,000, right? So this happened December 28th, 1991. Tragic incident at a celebrity basketball game where 29 young people were injured and 9 people were killed when a crowd tried to enter the oversold event. So basically, they just tried to bum rush the door. They were telling them that y'all not gonna fit, it's packed out, and they bum rushed the door, right? A lot of people, like when I was seeing comments on TikTok, people was like Travis Scott. I was thinking about Travis Scott. This is actually
That's crazy. I was just
the
finna say that.
staircase where it happened
I
at,
was just finna say
because
that,
people
bro.
were stuck
That is
down here
crazy.
at the bottom. So they bum rushed it and literally
was finna just say
stampeded
Travis
and
Scott,
stomped
bro.
over
Sound like the Travis Scott situation.
people who were stuck down there and killed 9 people. What's even crazier about this, y'all, that when Diddy created Bad Boy Entertainment under Arista through Clive Davis, he put 75% of the company in his mom's name. He put the other 25% in the co-founder of Bad Boy. He did it so he wouldn't have to pay any of the families money for something that was basically his fault from this stampede. Sick shit, right? And it goes to the whole thing about Biggie's funeral as well, because that's like one of the biggest topics from the documentary, is that when Biggie died, he made Biggie in his death pay for his own funeral. Insane stuff, right?
Wow, folks.
Insane stuff.
This man is
So,
greed. Definition of greed.
This is what I really wanted to touch on from this right here, right? So it said, ultimately the crowd grew. 9 people at the bottom of the staircase were crushed to death. Victims ranged in age from 15 to 28, right? So it says, following the tragedy and the fact that it drew headlines around the world, no criminal charges were filed. However, multiple wrong death and personal injury lawsuits were filed. Check this out. So it's reported that in 1998, Combs paid around $750,000 of a total of $3.8 million to settle claims made by relatives of the victims, right? says court documents revealed that Combs and Heavy D bore 50% of the responsibility for the deaths and injuries. Jason Swain, who was at the event and also lost his older brother, told the New York Post that Combs never really owned up to it, never apologized, didn't do anything. I mean, if you see the documentary and you see him walking around in that all white, he was in all white. He had the demeanor of like, well, you know, damn, it's kind of crazy to see, right? But what really caught my eye, and even Eric Sermon and all of them in the documentary said it as well. They said,
Louis,
without this
please,
happening,
bro.
there wouldn't even be a Diddy as famous as he was at that time. This was in 1991. 1991.
I was just born, fool.
It said
if it was April.
That this was the biggest news ever. And this is how he got famous. Was that game and those deaths. That was the beginning of Puff Daddy. Y'all, the man, just in the first 2 episodes, he has 12 bodies. He has 12 bodies connected to his name, is what I'm trying to say. He has the blood of 12 dead people on his hands. 9 from this event. He literally became famous off of 9 people dying and, you know, not giving a damn.
That's crazy.
In 1990, he wasn't known for anything in
Sounds
1991.
like a ritual,
he was
bro.
already connected, yeah, throwing parties, doing what he was doing. But outside of that, he was nothing. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be like the rappers.
Sounds like a ritual.
He had a real deal obsession with wanting to be like the rappers, which if you watch the documentary, that is what fueled him to take out Pac and Biggie. But it almost seems like how people was relating it to the Travis Scott thing, you know, in a sense, that's like a sacrifice. That was like a sacrifice for fame. Just in the first 2 episodes, he already had the blood of like 11 to 12 people on his hands. Think about that. I don't have much to show y'all in this one, but y'all remember this. When Biggie was like, I'm scared. I'm waking up every morning thinking someone is trying to kill me. When he didn't even realize that the person you with all day, every day is the one trying to kill you.
That's how real it is. I think somebody's trying to kill me. I'll be waking up paranoid. I'll be really
That's not me with
scared.
the audio, man.
I'll just be paro. That's just the way I am. You know. You be seeing me. Scared to death.
Scared to death. Because Diddy was a menace. Diddy set up, I mean, the documentary basically told you that Diddy was responsible for Pac getting shot 5 times. And we already know that. Some of this stuff we already know.
Carolina?
You know, let's say we do away with the
Columbia?
conspiracy that Pac is still alive, Biggie is still alive. Let's say those conspiracies don't exist and they died straight up the way that they told us. This man is responsible for both of them. Both. Obsessed with, you know, Pac and Biggie's relationship. Obsessed with just being a star in general. I mean, he was happy when Biggie died. When he had that hit with Biggie's wife, old girl, I can't get it off the top of my tongue right now. After Biggie died in 97, when he had that hit, he did an interview. He was so excited. He was smiling. He couldn't believe it that he was the star now. He was the rapper now. He was like, yeah, you know, people lining up to come see me and saying the words. Like he was excited that he was the main guy. He took out the main 2. He tried to take out Pac when they shot him 5 times at the Quad Studios. Let's dismiss all of the other conspiracies. If we dismiss all of those conspiracies,
I'm a 90s
it
baby
comes
from
down
Chicago.
to Diddy.
That nigga like a third.
Rather, you know, you want to believe Keefy D and all of that stuff. Remember, Keefy D did
Buford.
the interview with that one detective, and he told the entire story. that Diddy put up $1 million to kill Pac and Suge, but supposedly only 500,000 was paid through a mutual acquaintance, and it never actually got to QFD because they only got Pac. And then in another song that they showed in a documentary, Diddy in the beginning of the song was saying, you know, you F with me, I put $1 million on your head. I mean, if we want to do away with all the other theories of Pac and Biggie's death,
So
literally this man is responsible.
this ain't new, bro. People been self-snitching on themselves, bro. This ain't new, bro. It's just Instagram and TikTok and Facebook is alive. But they been self-snitching on themselves, bro.
Biggie would not have died if Diddy didn't sign under Arista Records with Clive Davis. It shows you how Diddy was able to put himself into everybody's videos, you know, so he could pay himself as an artist. Long as he was in the video jumping around, he could pay himself as an artist and
Special
continue
delivery.
to cut out
Special delivery.
cut out Biggie, cut out
Spe-
the rest of the artists, and he was
Stupid
mostly just getting
ass,
all that
boy.
check. He
Get
learned
your
that from
goof
Clive Davis.
ass
Everything
on,
starts
dude.
when he signed
Hey, Diddy,
and
hey,
Biggie
folks, this
to
man Diddy
Arista
crazy,
under
bro.
Clive Davis. Clive
Hey,
Davis
no,
taught him a lot of the ways
But
of
he-
the industry, how to get him and Clive even more richer. Clive was basically sitting in the background like this.
Had y'all
He
Harlem
said,
shaking, folks.
I got this young black man to infiltrate
Goof
hip hop,
ass.
make me some money, and I'm gonna show him how to make him some money. We both win. We don't care about nothing else. Remember, they told Diddy, you are the most important. When Diddy had Jodeci and Mary J. Blige, they told Diddy, without you, nothing happens. And that was before he even went to Arista. So he had already had that mindset in his head. Basically, a whole cycle that orchestrated the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. Remember, we're not even going to talk about any conspiracies, we're just talking about the documentary. I mean, plain proof. It's plain as day, from forcing Biggie to stay in LA. And then he actually lied. He actually lied about it. Y'all know he forced Biggie to stay in LA. He stole the magazine. What magazine was that? Y'all, if y'all watch the documentary, y'all remember.
Word up.
He basically canceled Biggie from appearing on the cover, and
Word Up
once
was
Biggie
out back
died,
then.
he
Word
himself
Up.
appeared on that cover.
I remember Word Up magazine.
Forced
Come on
Biggie
now.
to stay in
The
LA.
90s, baby, before I keep saying it.
And then afterwards, he lied about it and said, I was just following Biggie Small's lead. Biggie wanted to do this and do that, when really
Or
the
the
entire
Source.
time he was the one,
The Source?
you know,
It was
pulling
Source
his
magazine,
card,
Word Up.
power tripping, forced Biggie to stay to set up the death. Same thing with Pac. Literally set up both of the most important deaths.
That's a cold man,
hip-hop.
bro.
That's why I said
almost
we're
said
talking
the
about the
N-word.
documentary.
That's a
And I'm
cold
not even gonna
man,
bring
bro.
up any other theories about Pac, you know, having two Pacs, being a body double, having another body double, which are things that I still believe are true. But
I'm tripping off this look right here, bro. That's what he looked like before he got on.
I don't know,
folks.
man. All I have to say is that documentary for me was 10 out of 10. And it really showed you that Diddy was like this prep school guy, you know, teenager that,
Definitely looked like
you know
it
what I'm
right
saying,
here, bro.
had kind of like a decent upbringing and stuff.
Looked
And
like it right.
the
He took
entire
it off,
time,
bro. He looked like it right
you
there.
know, copying Alpo with the pitting girls and him having sex up on the screen. Like, he really wanted to be a gangster. He really wanted to be a rapper, but he was neither.
Neither one.
And that was his goal.
Neither
getting
one.
The biggest artist out the way so he could completely become that. Like in the documentary, they call he was just a paper gangster. That's it. But had really big dreams of wanting to be Biggie, like jealous of his own artist that he is signed. Man, really psycho,
This shit is
y'all.
crazy, bro.
This documentary, I was just sitting there like,
Hey,
damn,
trust your
like,
gut
I
feeling,
already
bro.
knew I had to talk about this. I mean, you know,
Trust
a lot
your
of this stuff
gut
we already know, but I
feeling
just love the way they put it
with
together,
people.
and it really laid out the timeline, and you could really see where he started. Like, the only thing I would give credit to Diddy is that they was right. We won't see another Diddy again. The credit I can give him is, yeah, you have to be one psycho
It's only
narcissistic
one Diddy,
dude to do
folks.
what Diddy did,
It's
and
only one Diddy.
you know, climb the ladder the way that he did, inserted
Boy, it's 6
himself
o'clock.
in
Why her
something the
spam
way that
calling
he
me?
did. You have to be willing to be him. If you're not willing to do that, you will never do it the way that he did it.
That's my bad.
And then there are a very small amount of people who are willing to do what Diddy did to become who he became. That's the only credit I can give him. And that's not good credit. That's nothing good. But you have to be a damn psycho.
Yep. And that's what Diddy is, bro. A crazy man. Wild boy. Wild man, bro. As you can see. I gotta check the documentary out, bro. Hey, leave in a comment what the documentary is. I'm gonna have to search, but leave in a comment, bro, because that might help me. Because I gotta watch that documentary, bro, because that man is crazy, folks. He was getting away with a lot of he was getting away with a lot of stuff, bro. And the way the media was, and just, I don't know, bro. Just like people just overlooked it, or just, I don't know, bro. But you can't get away with this shit now. The way that social media is, bro, you can't get away with how he was moving back then, bro. It's over with for that. But appreciate you for tuning in to the video. You already know what's going on with me. I'm up out of here. I'm phone now.